Let's do it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah.
Good morning.
Welcome back to WAM, episode 2. Good morning. How are you, baby?
I'm good.
Good.
How are you?
Very good.
I'm actually all over the place.
Yeah, very, very, very all over the place. However, this morning, Ryan and I did try not to talk to each other.
Yeah, that was our experiment. Is we were going to try not to speak at all to each other in the morning, which we lasted for like 20 minutes or something like that, and
Roughly, yeah.
it was kind of cute.
It was pretty impressive for us, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was very impressed. So here we are talking to each other.
Yeah.
About stuff.
We did this so we would like save it all for the podcast, which we kind of did too. We just for a while, like 20 minutes, we were in like actual silence where we didn't even we were just like point to things.
It was fun actually. It was very fun. Silence is weird. Silence tells you everything secretly.
That's like how I was. Yeah, right. As a kid, like growing up, like because I was just like awful at waking up in the morning. I was just like I just wouldn't talk for like the first like hour of my day. I was awful, and I didn't like drinking coffee when I was a kid either. Which you probably shouldn't drink coffee when you're a kid. My mom would try and get me to drink coffee. She's like,
wake you
"Do you need a
up?
cup of coffee?"
Oh, that's
I'm like 12.
hysterical.
She's like, "Should I pour you a cup of coffee?" Maybe she was half joking. I don't know. So, little background about us for those that don't know. We used to be the first project that we were ever in together. First musical project was called Legs Nose Robinson, and it was a trock band. For those who don't know what trock is, that stands for Time Lord Rock. I know that acronym doesn't really work out, but that's what it stands for.
Which is a Doctor Who band.
Yes.
So we came together. One of the bandmates that was in Legs Nose Robinson with us had just seen Harry and the Potters, which is a band that consists of individuals that are not really musicians, quote unquote, but they...
Well, we don't want to...
Cut that. Sorry.
That's a bit of a slant, but it's sorry.
My bad. Nonetheless, they write songs about Harry Potter and the world. And
an old friend of ours said, "I want to do that, but with Doctor Who." And
we were like,
"Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Let's fucking do that."
So it became a whole huge project that we did. And there's videos. There's a YouTube channel. We did like little webisodes. We made music videos. We played comic conventions. It was a great time.
It was so fun. It was so fun. We had very outrageous costumes as well, and we were all characters. We had given ourselves Gallifreyan titles, if you will.
That we still use every once in a while today.
We do. So
I was the engineer, Ingy for short.
And I was the illusionist, Illy for short. Which then we had another band called Illy and the Spells. And then Ryan did like some writing while I was in Israel. That was like from Engy's perspective.
Yeah, I never like finished any of that. But like that's actually what kind of wound up becoming the first We Are Makers album is a lot of the stuff that I started.
And then we came back together as We Are Makers.
I started recording like some songs all from Ingy's perspective, but then we decided not to go that route and just turned it into We Are Makers songs.
Yes, and lo and behold, We Are Makers was born when we went across country from Nashville to Los Angeles here.
Yeah. All right, so one thing that we haven't talked about
We're
much...
addicted to that caffeine.
One thing we haven't talked about that much is our music that we have released as We Are Makers. For one thing, we already have a full-length album out that we finished recording during the pandemic. We started recording it before that and writing, for a long time before that. But then when the pandemic hit, We Are Makers became our main focus.
Yes.
And
we had 3 projects at the time. We had Illy and the Spells, we had Bitter Pants, and then we had We Are Makers. So Let's break them down. All right. Illy and the Spells was like rock and roll, soul.
Yeah, like almost like the
Burlesque?
Doors, with a female lead vocalist, like in a lot of ways. I went down
would agree with that.
Yeah, like we had, I played keys on it. Then we had guitar, bass, and drums, and then she was singing lead vocals. So, and a lot of like kind of like blues influence, but it wasn't blues, so kind of like the Doors.
Yes. And the musicianship caliber is the highest I've ever played with. Truly. Like these people are
ridiculous.
Were seasoned Hollywood musicians.
Yeah.
For like 20 years.
Gavin,
OG
Steven,
fucking
Tino.
punks. Just amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing characters. And
Tino, actually, I had played with for many years before. Like, we went to the same college, and I hesitate to say we went to college together because I wasn't really going. But we were in the same college town. We played a lot of music. We had bands up in Chico together. And then when, cut to years later, we moved here from Nashville, and he's already in LA. And we run into each other at a show, and a show that he was playing. And then he hits me up a couple days later and is like, hey, does your wife happen to sing? Because I got some friends that we've been wanting to start a rock band with.
A rockabilly band.
Oh,
we were supposed to be a rockabilly band.
That was right. And it just did not come out rockabilly for whatever reason.
It came out whatever we were.
So we did write that song Talk Nerdy to Me, which was, that was the closest thing to like a rockabilly kind of vibe. So that single's out there.
Is that the cartoon one?
No, the cartoon is, what's the song called? Oh my God, I'm blinking. Satisfied.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
By Nereus. He did the artwork for that.
You guys, check out this fucking artwork. It's so awesome. We're so creepy, cool cartoons.
Yeah, if you go find Illy and the Spells on YouTube, you'll find the music video for Satisfied.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Then that'll lead you to Nereus's.
We specifically asked for a non-gender specific firefly.
Oh, yeah.
That was very queer-esque and had a top hat.
It was great.
To be in it. And Nereus made it happen.
It's an amazing video.
It's amazing, y'all. Watch it. Okay, next we
were in Bitter Pants.
Bitter Pants.
Which kind of started around the same time. Another friend that I knew from Chico
True. Yes.
hit me up and was just like, hey,
Dog prop.
I need vocals on these like kind of
beats.
Pop EDM /
yeah,
pop.
It's music we had never like
electronic
really
pop stuff. It's great.
Yeah, but we had never done that really.
Yeah, we had never personally done that
or together.
Yeah.
At least. So that was really fun and like a cool way. And we used to write in the car. Remember? When we first moved to Los Angeles, we worked at a macaroni grill in Northridge.
Yeah. So our drive was always like an hour to work every day and then like 2 hours home because traffic was awful.
And I had never like been to California during fires before, and the whole sky was like, it looked like the apocalypse. Like the sun would shine through like a dark red, like you were on Mars. The air sucked and it was just crazy. And so and the mountains we would drive through or drive past along, whatever.
So Nick,
like
fiery. Doc Prop would send us these instrumental tracks, and then we would just listen to them on the way to work and write vocals to them.
Totally.
And it was a great process.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
I remember being inspired.
A little more up on your mic. There you go.
I remember being inspired by that was going on because it was like falling ashes.
Oh,
remember? It was like raining ashes and stuff. Just remember doing that, like looking up. Wow. Huh.
Yeah, we moved here in 2016, so that was a banger year.
Yeah, that's nuts. Wow.
Yeah, and then during all that, we were still just writing songs together, and eventually it became We Are Makers. Cut to the pandemic, and we decided, let's take all these songs that we've written and turn them into an album. And little did we know, it became this concept album that was kind of about our relationship, like from beginning to end.
Yes, and we also made a comic. I drew it, and then we wrote something for each little panel, and it's so cute. So also check that out. Very cool.
So that album's called Dreamers of Dreams, and that's available everywhere. And we put that out a year ago now.
We have CDs if you want some. If anyone has a CD player, hit us up.
We cannot give these things away because everybody's just like, I don't have a CD player. So
yep, people have tape,
but I'll download your album.
Decks and records. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
One day, kids are gonna like be really into CDs and be like, "It's how music's supposed to be heard."
Oh. Fuck. That's going to be so funny. Oh, like us with the records or us with the tapes.
Right.
What's up with that? It's so funny. I guess it's nostalgic. It's nostalgic. Analog. It's just from a different time. It's crazy that you could hear that.
Well,
right?
there's definitely something about having a physical copy of something that I like. I think they mentioned this on Red Letter Media the other day. That all the movies that you've downloaded or bought on Amazon, when you end your Amazon account, you don't own those fucking movies anymore. Like they're not.
Fuck.
I don't think that's how it works. I might be wrong about that.
I don't know. How would you own them if you are streaming them from that database?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
If you don't download it.
Right.
That's my question. That's the question.
Yeah.
So no, I'm gonna lean with you. You probably don't own them.
Probably don't really own them
forever.
Only as long as you're a Prime member or something.
Yes, that's in the clause that you don't read.
Yeah.
That you just scroll to and click accept.
Yeah. But there's always just something nice about having a physical copy of something. That's why I love having my DVD collection and a few VHS collections I still have, because I worked at Blockbuster for like a year of my life when I was 18. Blockbuster video.
Yes. I made Ryan get rid of most of his DVD collection. Ladies, when you move in with your other who loves DVDs, just get him a box, put him somewhere.
Get him a shelf.
Get him a shelf. I just I don't like the
You don't
visual
like
of our house being the set of Red Letter Media and or Blockbuster and or Movie Gallery. Like,
I love that idea.
I don't. But I like, on Love is Blind, you know how that guy had a nice closet?
Are we going to admit that we watched that show?
Had a nice closet for his DVDs. And Blu-rays.
So embarrassed now. I didn't think we were going to talk about that.
Well, our laundry's out there. It's out there. I'm sorry.
We have sometimes a guilty pleasure of watching
the worst reality TV shows
like all
ever.
Like Too Hot to Handle, Love is Land.
Love is Land. I love that one.
Love Island.
But I love the narrator. Too funny. And then what else do we watch? And Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
We're on season 2. And
we recently watched that X on the Beach.
And
never again. That's too much.
That's like hitting heroin.
Shit.
That's
We literally got into a fight like over food and like over nothing. And like later, like realize it's because we're listening to people argue about bullshit that we got into a fight about bullshit.
Whoa,
Like,
what a social experiment. That was trippy as fuck. We're watching these people just go at it, and then we're agitated and we're taking it on. Like, what the fuck? Yeah.
And it starts coming out at each other, and then we're like sitting there going like, why the fuck?
Why are we mimicking what is happening? Oh
God.
Fuck.
And then later that night, I definitely had like nightmares of just people arguing, just of stupid, pretty people arguing.
Awful. That's hell in my book.
Yeah.
It is truly, truly awful.
Hell is full of stupid, pretty people arguing, yelling at each other.
Be my nightmare. Oh, no. But
let's talk about music.
Let's go. Can I talk to Bitter Pants? Or talk about Bitter Pants?
We were talking about Bitter Pants.
Okay. Bitter Pants, in my opinion, is like Depeche Mode meets hip hop sometimes.
Depeche Mode meets Pussy Riot.
Boom. There you go. That's what it is. That's what it is. Super fun.
We've never made that analogy before, but I think it's pretty accurate.
I would tend to agree. We would have the most fun shows ever, though. We would all dress in the same color, and we had bubble guns and wigs, and
we would make out on stage a lot.
Yeah, it was great.
There's a great picture of Chelsea just like shoving
you
her
eating
ass
my
in
ass.
my,
Yeah, on stage. It's great. It's one of my favorite photos. We should frame it.
Let's come up to date on what's about to happen for us musically. Is we are about to release a series of singles and music videos. One of which is completely finished. We're releasing, I believe, the single on March 3rd, and then the following week will be the music video. But it's a great music video that we shot with our friend in North Carolina,
Kevin Hubbard.
Yes, and if you want to check
Hubbard
out
Media. What
I think it's Kevin Hubbard Art.
Kevin Hubbard
Art. For some reason, that's hard to say.
Let's fact check that.
Fact check that.
Give me an update.
Yes, Kevin Hubbard Art. That's
amazing.
his Instagram.
North Carolina, Wilmington. Amazing, cute town, y'all.
So the funny story of how that music video happened is we were out there visiting some friends, and staying at their place. And then I asked, like, hey, is it all right if we just shoot like a short, like live video of us performing in your backyard while we're here just to make some content?
Yeah.
It's like, of course, you know. And then when the day came to do it, he's just like, so what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm just going to set up a tripod with my iPhone or whatever, and we're just going to play a song live and then put that up. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, why don't I maybe get some footage of you from the side, with another camera, and then actually maybe I could set up this other camera.
And then by the end, we had a 360 cam involved and
lighting, and so we're just like,
and a set.
Hey, do you want to just shoot a music video for like our next single instead? He's just like, yes, because he was dying to like do some art. So that was amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
And so we just shot a music video in his backyard. They have a little camper and set up everything, and it was just a lot of fun. We shot it in a few hours, like just in the backyard with some great lighting. And
one night.
It's an adorable, beautiful video.
It's so cute.
That we threw together literally in his backyard.
We got some stuff in there for the feet freaks there.
Yeah, some foot fetish
there's some
stuff in there.
Foot folk stuff.
Foot
exciting.
Fun.
Yeah. So look out.
So that's going to be released through Rabbitat.
Whoop.
Yeah. So shout out to Nick and Alex from Rabbitat. We love you guys.
Yeah, things are looking up. I really also like having a podcast because I like talking and I like hearing us talk and watching it.
Talking with words and stuff.
Yeah. It's cool to just do it in our studio here. There's a new Batman.
There's a new Batman. How do you feel about it?
I've only heard the commercials because I hear them when I'm cooking, but I never turn around to see it.
Right.
So I don't know.
I have high hopes.
High hopes. Solid.
See, when it comes to Batman, we're kind of on opposite ends as far as our favorites. You love the Batman cartoons.
I do.
Like, my favorite Batman's probably, the original Tim Burton one.
Well, yeah.
The 1989.
Tim Burton, anything.
Yeah. Except Charlie and the Chocolate
Except
Factory.
for Charlie and the Chocolate
And
Factory.
Alice in Wonderland.
Nailed it, babe. Except for those 2 motherfucking movies.
Yeah.
Those sucked. I hate.
Oh, we haven't seen Dumbo yet.
All right. Well, we got cut off. I think it's our time.
Yeah.
Our video was like.
We never come into this with much of a plan, but one thing we did decide is that when the camera stops, then we stop.
It's genuinely the honest truth. It's true. So, sayonara. Thanks for listening to who we are, what we do, and why we do it.
Please check out those other artists that we mentioned, as well as check out our stuff.
Yeah. So many different avenues. So, until next time. Thanks. WAM out.